Hello everyone, this is Ishant here. In this video tutorial, we are going to learn about accessing elements in list. The first point or first topic that we are going to learn is the accessing elements in list, and the second one is the mutability of a list. What actually these two terms are, let's try to understand first. After that, we will go in depth. The first point, accessing. What actually accessing is? Accessing means to reach the elements, to extract the data as per the user requirement. That is known as simply the accessing. Accessing means to reach, and mutability means the behavior of customization, or it can be modification. Okay, whether the list can be modified or not, that is the mutability. So let's try to understand the accessing elements. What actually the accessing elements is, let's try to move ahead. Elements of list can be accessed using the index values. Now what are the index values? Let's try to understand. The second concept is telling that the index values always starts from 0 for list. Okay, from 0 to, say, the number of elements are n, so from 0 to n minus 1. What actually this concept is, let's try to understand. Suppose that I am creating a simple list, say list 1, okay, list 1, 2 as per your requirement. Okay, what is the basic requirement to create a list? There must be an identifier, okay, so that you can assign a value. Then you are using the square brackets. Why? Because we are talking about the list concept. Say here you are passing some values, say np, okay, cg, up, say hp. Okay, suppose that I am writing these values here. Now, since when we talk with respect to the number of elements, it will be counted from 1, 2, 3, 4. So list 1 is actually a list that is having 4 elements, 1, 2, 3, 4. But when we talk with respect to the accessing elements or accessing concept, it always starts from 0. It means here the first element will be assigned the index value. Index value for MP will be 0. Clear? In the same way for CG it will be 1, for UP it will be 2, and for HP it will be 3. I hope it is clear, because we know that index values always starts from 0 when we talk with respect to the list concept. But in the same way, to n minus 1, what actually the n is the number of elements, say 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 elements are there. So 4 minus 1, 3. Why it is happening here? Because the list is starting from the index value 0. So you must remember that when you are talking with respect to the list index values, it always starts from 0. In the same way, suppose that if I am talking the index values from, it was from the left hand side, okay. When I am asking the same concept from the right hand side, say this is the right hand side, RHS. So from the right hand side, it will be samely treated as minus 1, it will be treated as minus 2, it will be treated as minus 3, and it will be treated or represented as minus 4. Clear? So when we talk accessing concept with respect to the left hand side, it starts from 0, 1, 2 and all that. But when we talk the same concept from the right hand side, it starts from minus 1. Clear? So when suppose that the question is asking you, write a code to access CG. Okay? Write a code for above list to access the element CG. So how will you write? Suppose that you are using the Python ideally, so you are not required to write print over there. So just write down there list. Okay, what is the name of the list? List 1. Okay, give a square bracket here, and then pass the index value of the particular element to whom you are about to access. Say here you want to access for CG, and where CG belongs 0 and 1. So you will write here 1. Clear? When you will write 1 and press enter, you will get the result CG. But what will happen if you write list 1, okay, list 1, and then since CG has two index values, from left hand side 1, from right hand side -3, so you can write here -3 also. Clear? It will when you will press enter, this is the sign of enter, okay, this is actually the sign of enter. So when you will press enter button from the keyboard, what will happen? It will again give you the output CG. Why? It is giving you the output CG because the index values from left hand side and right hand side are just mirror reflection to each other. Here, when you are passing as the index value 1, it goes to here, but when you are passing the index value from the right hand side, say -3, it will pass the same value.